Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and I'm not alone. I'm joined by the venerable, the wonderful Felix Zion at the same time.
Please! Why have you cursed us with this joined body?
That was not the direction I was expecting this to go, but that's excellent. And we're here today because, hey, guess what? It's the start of 2023, and people like to make predictions about years, and so we're going to do that within the vein of Nintendo. It's an original video. Do not steal. I mean, we've all got our own ideas. We don't know each other's ideas beyond a few that we've inadvertently spoiled for one another. So I think I'm just going to kick it off. I think finally, and at the moment I said, I think finally, I realized that it's probably not going to happen. Metroid Prime 4, just something. Good God, it's been 4 years since development restarted. As of, at the time of recording, tomorrow, the 25th of January in 2019. It's crackers.
2019 was 4 years ago. God. Now I'm feeling old.
Right? I like that idea, though. It has been way too long. And we've seen nothing but a teaser trailer. And even, did that teaser come before we heard the announcement that Retro was taking over development?
Yes.
Yeah, that teaser was 2017. They really came out early with that.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, I thought we were going to get something about it this past year because of Metroid Dread coming out and doing as well as it did and being this great game. But yeah, nothing.
I think it'll be this year also. I think it'll be maybe for an E3 Direct, if we get one, which I hope we do.
Yeah, because we didn't get one last year, did we?
No, we even made a video predicting the last year's E3 Direct, and nothing happened.
I mean, it was just like a partner showcase or something, wasn't it? It was like, I think I've said this before, it's like Nintendo had contractual obligations to show certain games in Direct around July. And they were like, well, we're not doing one, so here you go. Just sort of threw them together.
If I remember correctly, it was pretty good partner showcase.
Yeah, it was alright.
Because, they had a bunch of stuff. I mean, I've lived through 2022 with the mini Directs partner showcase. Not fun. You know what is fun, though? is more Mario Kart DLC tracks. This is inevitable, the most boring prediction ever, but we will probably see them. I predict we'll be getting a February Direct, just like last year. We'll see more Mario Kart DLC tracks. We'll get maybe a new Splatoon update. If not, just look at a new look. Well, not a new look, actually a first look at the DLC they announced, like they will be coming.
I've got Splatoon 3 DLC on my list separately, so I can scrub that one now.
A thing I really hope we get to see is just a trailer for Silksong. Maybe with a release date, a proper release date. And I imagine it'll be before June 12th. Now, I have gone into detail why I think this, but...
Because Xbox.
Yeah. Xbox say game come out, probably yes.
I have just realized we're recording this the day before the Direct, the developer Direct that Microsoft's doing.
Oh,
so,
no. We'll just, everything will be irrelevant tomorrow.
If it turns out that something's in there, well, we'll look quite the fools. But me saying this has covered up that fact.
I mean, maybe we'll still get a release date and a trailer for, was this a Direct prediction or was this a Nintendo prediction video? I mean, because if I guess if Xbox already does it, then we've predicted too late. We're behind.
No. The anti-prediction.
So I have I don't know. I've got a bunch of really weird predictions. I was trying to find one that felt big and fairly safe, but so do you guys know that game Part-Time UFO on Switch?
Yeah.
It's made by HAL Laboratories. It's also on mobile. When they brought that game to Switch, they added co-op functionality, and I haven't played much of it. I beat the game on mobile, but the co-op that I did play was really fun. And I think, why not build on that idea? And I think they're going to release Part-Time UFOs, which is just completely co-op. It's more levels.
You said you're going to do a safe bet, and this, I'd forgotten that game even existed.
I wanted a safe bet, and all I had were weird ones. So my bad. But yeah. Oh, but this time instead of just 2-player, they're going to add in 4-player multiplayer,
Whoa.
and there are going to be mini games, maybe even some online multiplayer. So it's going to get really hectic. It's going to be a bit party based. But yeah, I think part-time UFOs could be a thing.
Part-time UFOs, smooth moves.
I would play that
of all the subtitles
so
you were going to go for, that was not one I predicted. I think another obvious one is Scarlet and Violet DLC. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember if they've actually said it's happening, or whether everyone's just assumed. But I mean, obviously, it's going to be happening.
I mean, it's free money for them, so yeah,
It's not
I think
free.
you're right.
I mean, I'm fairly certain they have to develop the DLC.
Oh, you know what I mean, Alex.
You should get a job. It's free money.
I guess they might reprint old Pokemon, I guess, in the... Well, when I say, wow, reprint, oh my gosh, my brain is on, like, trading card energy right now.
I have a fun prediction. So, in that Feb Direct that I was talking about, we will not see any Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, but we will see a Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Direct announcement.
Yeah, that seems likely. I think
Okay.
it's such a big game. Although, I could also see it going in the other direction where they don't want to give it its own direct because they want to try and keep as much of it under wraps as they possibly can. I mean, not because they're not confident in it or anything, but just because, like, hey, you know, sort of play the game. I mean, they didn't really reveal much in terms of, like, actual big details about Breath of the Wild for a long time. And it may be that they're trying to, you know, eke it out. You know, make it so that it doesn't need any advertising. We're doing it for them. So,
Right.
yeah, when the game comes out, it'll just be kaboom! Big old Zelda.
Tears of the
Maybe.
Kingdom vibes trailer, where it just shows you what you might feel when you play the game. 20 minutes long trailer, no dialogue, because they don't, like you said, they won't want to share details, and it'll just be really weird. But you're right, like once people start learning that game is out, it will start selling, unless if news spreads that it's bad for some reason, but I can't imagine
Can't
a
imagine
world.
that.
Right.
I don't
right.
want to imagine that.
Just don't do it, Alex. Don't do it.
Imagine if the Tears of the Kingdom Direct is they don't show any gameplay, it's just a guy playing the game and like talking about how great the game is.
I've seen Stranger Things.
Oh, I love Stranger Things. What is a new season? I predict Stranger Things season 5 is gonna come out this year in a Nintendo
isn't it
Direct
set to come
with
out
a
this
game.
year? I feel we're getting, even for us, off topic.
Well, you actually did say you've seen Stranger Things, so I just
What?
was trying to bounce. I was trying to bounce off of it.
Do you know
okay.
what would be less than strange, though? And this is a little bit out there, but it's still relevant. I wouldn't be surprised if we get at least the announcement, if not the release, of another Hyrule Warriors of some description.
Really?
Please.
Yeah, because it's one of those. I mean, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity came out in what? Like, was it 2021 or 2020?
I think it was 21. Yeah, because last year was Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
And Token Ranbo, whatever.
I think it's too easy. I mean, you know, the Warriors games are, I mean, I don't want to say they're all very similar to each other, but they are all relatively similar to each other because that's kind of their whole thing. That's like saying all the Monster Hunters are similar. And I think it's just an easy way to capitalize on the big old Zelda.
What if they did like Star Fox Warriors and just called it Star Fox Assault 2 for some weird reason, and then they like put Crystal right on the front of the box, and like her staff is, you know, like the selling point. You get to run around with her and swing that thing. Oh, and then Fox is there actually with the staff too, and Tricky, and it turns out it's actually just a Star Fox Adventure spin-off for some weird reason.
Oh wow, you really thought this out.
No, not at all. I'm regretting all these words falling out of my mouth. I like the idea of another Warriors game. I just want to say too, I hope it's not Zelda, I do think you could be right though, Alex. That just why not?
Yeah, it's easy money, isn't it?
It's set after
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah. I'm not stoked about this prediction, but so you know how last year in December we got Final Fantasy Crisis Core, which was a PSP remake. I feel like it's maybe finally time for Final Fantasy VII to come to Switch, the remake. But unfortunately, I don't think anyone's going to be happy about it, and I feel like it'll be a cloud release because I don't see how that game will work. And for the
Cloud
Final
release.
Fantasy VII Cloud version.
yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
every version of Final Fantasy VII a cloud version?
Oh my god. I didn't think about the jokes that were going to come out from me just saying that, and
Oh, I thought you were leading into it intentionally.
no, I forgot about like just the memes. Of course,
the memes, the memes, Esmeralda.
I feel like this game, especially with Rebirth, I think is the sequel to Final Fantasy VII Remake, or the second part that's coming out. I feel like Square might want to try to just, get more eyes on the game, and I think that would do it.
You know what would be crazy? If Nintendo just skips GameCube games on NSO and they go directly to Wii.
Oh.
And then you just have, you can use the gyro pointer, but they sell a special USB sensor so you can use your Wii remotes on it. Huh?
Oh. That would be the coolest thing.
That would be really cool, and it won't happen.
No.
But
The thing
what
is, if
I'm
it's
listening.
Nintendo, nobody will expect them to just skip GameCube, and everyone will just be so mad, at, confused almost.
I mean, you're not wrong about that. And
I'll love to
Nintendo
see
do
the
like to
chaos.
do things in a very weird way, but I mean,
See, it's a
I
good
could-
idea. Imagine just a USB sensor, and you can use all your old Wiimotes. Everyone has a Wiimote, or you can buy the NSO special Wiimotes.
Totally.
Which, yeah,
I mean,
it's,
you do know what the sensor bar is, don't you? It's literally
two
two
candles, right?
infrared LEDs. That's all it is.
yeah.
Oh, so
And-
you're saying they could send out the sensor for free because it's cheap enough to manufacture, right? Good old Nintendo.
Actually, you just use two. I don't know if it's right or left Joy-Con, and then you just place them there, and then you have
Oh
two
my
infrared cameras.
That's simultaneously the most elegant and least elegant thing I think I've ever heard.
But the most Nintendo way of doing
Maybe
it
that's
would
the
be that.
free option. They're like, hey, do you have some Wii remotes and Joy-Con laying around at home? Well, just go ahead and grab them, and you're good. Or you could buy this expensive adapter that we have available for sale on Nintendo.com and pick up our Wii remote for the Switch.
I can
The Wii
see a
Switch.
video in this already. Just using Joy-Con to control a Wii, in the sense of using the infrared sensors, because they emit as
Oh.
well. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd have to hook it up to a computer or something rather than just the Switch because of reasons. But my God, that could be hilarious. Also, a very short video.
Yeah, like how awful would it be to play a real Wii? Yeah, like with Joy-Con. That sounds,
Oh,
yeah, my
this
gosh.
just started like a random idea, and now I'm genuinely invested in this.
Do you know what I'm genuinely invested in?
Nice.
The fact that we won't get any new hardware this year. Like any. Like,
Ooh.
Oh,
I know
people will be
people are
so
talking
mad.
about like the Switch 2 and the Super Switch or the Switch Pro and all that sort of thing. And I've heard loads of people talk about this USB sensor bar so you can play Wii games. But I don't think we're going to get any. I think the Switch is doing far too well, and Nintendo don't need to come up with a successor. They don't need to come up with any new peripherals. I mean, they've done Labo. They don't need to do any new Joy-Con, anything like that, because the Switch is selling too well. When they don't need to innovate, so I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to give it a decent chunk of time still. They've even been on record in the past as saying that the Switch will have a longer life cycle than previous Nintendo systems. So I think it's entirely possible we're going to be stuck with the OLED as the sort of kind of base model for at least this year. I reckon we won't see a successor until like 2025, to be honest, at the earliest.
Wow. That's a long wait.
It would be 8 years.
Oh.
I think I'm going to predict that this is the year that they phase out the old model then, actually.
That's possible,
I could be wrong in that, but I like that. Because you're right. Like part of me wanted to also say that I could see them coming out and saying like, hey, we are, Nintendo has said before in the past that they're always working on future hardware because that's how companies and technology works, but I could see them admitting that they're working on something new and fancy, but that would completely mess up their holiday sales, and because people would start thinking, oh, why would I get a Switch for the holidays when the Switch 2 will be out in March or something? So yeah, I think you're right. I think they probably won't say anything about it, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
The Switch NX.
right. So maybe you guys caught this, but Persona 3 Portable came out recently, and it did? It did, right? Alongside Persona 4 Golden. And I was really excited for this, but I think it's been a while since I played Persona Portable, or Persona 3 Portable. I mostly grew up on FES, which is the PlayStation 2 version, and if you've seen the review or people in the comments have, all the details are there, so I'll save you. But basically, Portable isn't the definitive edition of the game, and FES isn't either. And it's very strange, kind of, that they released Portable, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's. And there's a rumor going around that Persona 3 might be getting a full from the ground up remake. And I think that for the fact that we got Portable, instead of some fancy or beefed up version of Persona 3, maybe that's why we did get Portable. Maybe a remake is in the cards. And I also love Persona 3, so I want a remake. So I'm predicting that we at least see some announcement of Persona 3 remake this year, because it's been a while since we've heard anything about a mainline Persona game. Like Persona 5 is done.
It would make sense that they then in turn don't release the quote-unquote good version, like they release the portable version, because then when they release the new Persona 3, then this is the definitive way of playing it.
Yeah, right. Like they invest all their energy into that, and I'm glad you get it. Yeah.
No. We talked about this the other day, and I think it totally makes sense, and I think it could definitely happen, because I saw like Persona 3 Portable, the point and click. I mean, it might work for some, but I don't know. It doesn't seem as enticing as like walking around as in Persona 3 FES. So I hope that you're right, that we are getting a full-blown Persona 3 remake.
Can I derail things?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of a Persona 3 remake by itself, we get Persona 3 times 2, which is Persona 3, a remade version, and a direct sequel to it. I have never played the game. I have no idea if that would work. And hey, what's 3 times 2? Baby, it's Persona 6.
Oh my god.
Oh my. What is okay, so in Persona 3 FES, there is a prologue called The Answer, which could be considered a sequel. So I was going to say, Alex, you're on the money. Like that's really real, and you didn't even know it. And I don't even know what I'm thinking about now, but it's more Persona, and that is great.
Do you know what else we need more of?
No.
New Switch models?
Mario Party Superstars 2.
Yes! Oh my god, it's so long overdue.
You say it's so long overdue. I mean, Mario Party Superstars has only been out for like 18 months.
Yeah, but still, it feels like if they're gonna do DLC...
It's an 18-month-year-old. It's like a baby.
A baby!
If they're gonna do DLC, they have to do it soon. Like, they didn't do any DLC for Super Mario Party, so already there, everyone was saying, they're gonna do DLC, and they never did. I personally still am on the train that they will do DLC for Superstars, and maybe it will happen this year. I think yes.
I think it's going to be an entirely separate game. I think they're going to use the same engine with more stuff, different boards, not the same boards, and then adding on them, but, different boards from the past. And
just GameCube boards this time.
Yeah, or just different boards, rather than just 5 boards. Maybe we could get 6.
Ooh.
You know, really push the boat out.
I just want more boards. Oh, and
What if it's the old boards and only 2 more boards because Mario, because it's 2, you know?
They made Super Mario Party and then Superstars. The names are confusing, so people like newcomers to the series don't really know which one to get. And a lot of people just get Super Mario Party because that's the one that's sold the most.
Yeah, 18 million.
It does sound like the true Mario Party experience where Superstars sounds like a spin-off.
Yeah, but the thing is, Superstars is the true Mario Party. It's so good.
Yeah.
They just really, really dug themselves into a hole. They didn't, because it sold really well, but it's just confusing.
8 million.
Whew. I mean, I love Superstars. I just wish that there were more boards. That's my only complaint. The minigames are great. Well, not all minigames, but most of the minigames are great. And just the way that the whole flow of it all flows is just really, really fun. It's just a really good time.
Yeah, I think it's a great game.
Yeah, I just played it, I think I played it at Christmas, actually, with some friends. And, you know, Mario, it's still so wild that we really got Mario Kart 8 DLC, like, so many years later. That just, whenever we talk about the fact, like, oh, we'll never get DLC for that, they're done, it's like, no, they could, maybe they're not. It's just so... I don't know. I don't want to say it's groundbreaking, but it's fascinating that they really just, Nintendo's like, we'll dig this old game up. It's fine.
It is crazy, but if you take my theory into considerations, it all makes sense, Sion. See, they have been working on Mario Kart 9, and they were supposed to release it, but they're holding off for the new system, and thus we are getting the DLC in the meantime. Makes sense? I think it makes sense.
I suppose.
Yeah, it's possible.
It is possible. And I'm like full on that hype train because I genuinely think they have like been working on Mario Kart 9 and then, you know, they wanted to release it, but what better way to have a new console than to have a brand new Mario Kart? It's the best-selling game on this system, and it's not even like a completely new game. It's from the Wii U. But just like with DLC, you have double item boxes and all that. So, you know, I can see the merits, and it's a really fun game. And to all the people who didn't have a Wii U, it makes sense. But I still think they have Mario Kart 9 for the Switch 2 coming in 2024.
Just on the shelf. Nintendo like shines it every day with a napkin and goes, not today.
Someday.
Yeah.
Right, well, time's ticking on. I think that means it's time for some quick-fire predictions. I'm going to say one of your names and maybe my own, and we're going to get a prediction and just very quick, just say what it is and explain it extremely briefly. Xeon.
A new style-savvy game on the Nintendo Switch and maybe a mobile crossover.
Love it. Felix.
Miitopia finally comes to Switch.
Oh, it's a spicy one. Alex, a new Donkey Kong, because it's overdue. Felix again.
I would love Bomberman Touch 2 to come to Switch. Just give me DS games.
Xeon.
Felix, did you maybe mean to say Tomodachi Life earlier when you said Miitopia? Or did you say Miitopia 2?
Didn't even clock that. Didn't even.
I was too stressed. I meant Tomodachi Life.
Okay, it's all right.
Stressful times. Xeon.
This is not quick, but I will be as quick as possible. The director of Astral Chain was also the senior game designer on Nier Automata, Takashi Tauda. He hasn't been known to be doing anything except for a mobile game since 2021. So Astral Chain 2, baby.
Alex, another slightly underwhelming Paper Mario game because the last one sold well. Felix.
Pikmin 4 won't be delayed. It will come out in 2023.
Xeon.
Capcom 3D Fighting Collection because Power Stone 1 and 2 need a home on Switch, and that will be it.
Stunt Race FX 2. Felix.
The Super Mario Odyssey team has not been working on a sequel. They've been working on a new 2D Mario game, and it's full with brand new ideas. It's going to be awesome.
Felix again.
Okay.
We'll get a new Guitar Hero where you can use the Joy-Cons as guitar. Like, you can hold them, like, you can shred with one Joy-Con and then have the other. Yeah, it makes sense. Xeon gets it.
That sounds entertaining for about 40 minutes. Xeon!
I do miss Guitar Hero, but not that bad. Deltarune Chapter 3, I think. I think it's time.
Xeon again.
And maybe we get chapter 4 as well. I don't know. Toby Fox is nuts.
That's not
In
a
a
second
good way.
prediction. Give another one.
Yeah, Sakurai is also making a new IP. Maybe Toby Fox is involved. Probably.
Whoa.
Amiibo Festival 3. They're just going to skip to.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the quick
Oh,
fire
that was
round.
so stressful. Oh my god.
I found it stressful trying to pick names and think,
did
can I
good.
say my own?
Oh no, Xeon, it's your turn again too. That's so weird. Sega Sonic the Hedgehog DLC for Sonic Origins, so you can finally play the trackball game on Switch. No idea how, but it might be there.
That's super duper.
I can't. I want it. I want it so bad.
So there you have it. Some accurate, potentially, or at least reasonable predictions, and Sega Sonic. It's Sonic Frontiers. Why don't you let us know your predictions for the year of 2023 with a comment in the comments section. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you predict where that subscribe button's going to be? It's going to be in the standard place, although I often forget where it is because I've been on YouTube for too long and they move it. And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.
They're also skipping the Wii on NSO. Actually, we're only getting Wii U games.
I think Mother 3 is going to come back in the form of a luggage tag on the the My Nintendo online store in the US. We're going to get a Mother 3 luggage tag, and that's going to be it.
That's the remake.
Eat it, says Nintendo. It'll come with a handwritten note from Doug Bowser. You're welcome.
This is a really long outro.
It's been a while. Oh, God. Since I recorded a chat with you two.
Oh,
It's a very popular song in America. And
I don't know much,
like it.
I've never heard it.
but I know
That's
I
good.
love you.